Hello guys, for this video I will discuss to you all about the two types of tests, the selected response type of test and the constructed response type of test. Let's go. The selected response type of test is basically composed of questions which there is only one typically best answer. And there is three commonly used selected response type of tests. The first one is the multiple choice, the second one is the matchmaking, and the last one is the true or false, which we tackled in my video log number 1. So the main purpose of the selected response type of test is to assess the student's ability to remember and understand one course, concept, or materials. These are the tips when constructing a selected response type of test. For matching items selected response type of test, use brief list. Try not to use more than 10 matches per question. Second, employ homogeneous list. Focus on one concept rather than multiple concepts for a single matching question. And third, include more responses than premises. If you have 6 phrases on the left and 6 items on the right, you should consider adding a few more items to the right column to make it more challenging. And lastly, describe the rules of matching to help the students not to confuse with the test. And for the multiple choice selected response type of test, ensure that only one alternative is indisputably correct. Second, avoid negatively stated stems. And third, ensure that the correct responses randomly occur in all positions. And fourth, the stem must self-contained. Do not use partial phrases or fill-in-the-blanks type statements for multiple choice items. And lastly, occasionally use none of the above. Keep in mind, if you use Moodle to randomize your answers, none of the above may end up as your first choice. It will make your test more challenging. The constructed response type of test refers to a wide range of test questions that requires the examinees to produce their own answers in various formats. Unlike in the selected response type of test that we choose the best answer, here in the constructed response type of test, we do or we create our own answers. And there are two commonly used constructed response type of test. The first one is the short answers, and the second one is the writing essays. The main purpose of this constructed response type of test is to measure the student's complex, higher level, and critical thinking skills. The 4 suggested process when writing or doing a constructed response type of test. First, begin with the standard you want to assess. Do you want to find out if your students can predict or make inferences? Your question needs to match the standard for reading, math, sciences, social studies, or any content area. Second, determine the level of thinking your students need to attain. You should use Bloom's taxonomy of thinking to encourage teachers to write questions at higher level of thinking. Number 3, draft your question. Make sure that it can be answered in the text or whatever document you have used. That sounds a bit silly, but you'd be surprised how often we ask questions that just aren't answerable. And lastly, practice writing a response. Or better yet, ask a colleague to read the passage and answer the question. It really helps to make sure that you've drafted a quality question. And that's the end of my topic for today. Thank you for watching.